Are you ready?
Hey everybody, it's Badass Billy Gunn and you're watching Just Alyx. It's not scripted, we just wing it and have a bunch of fun. If you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it.
Login complete. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx. We are 2 weeks away from AEW Full Gear, the second to last pay-per-view of 2023. We're going to review AEW Dynamite for November 1st, 2023. Man, I'm feeling a way I didn't think I would be feeling about AEW. And you know what's funny? I can tell you exactly when I started to feel this way. Because it didn't start off like this. I didn't start off feeling like this show was a bag of nothing. I thought the match between Claudio Castagnolli versus Orange Cassidy was an outstanding match. Definitely pay-per-view quality. It wasn't as good as Kenny Omega versus MJF, which is one of the greatest matches in AEW history. But for a Dynamite opener, top quality. It wasn't anything involving MJF, the Acclaimed, and all of them. The storyline throughout the day of MJF trying to find him some partners, and it ended up being the people we thought it was gonna be from day one, the Acclaimed, but it is what it is. It wasn't even the women. You would think, because of last week, what would kill the show would be the women's match. Nope. I thought Willow Nightingale and Hikaru Shida had a really good match. Very solid. Then they followed up that match with Toni Storm. Hikaru Shida and her had a scuffle. And then, of course, you had freaking Julia Hart return. And they're doing a storyline where Julia Hart possessed or didn't quite possess. Maybe she was possessed, but she broke free from the curse. Cursed possessed Sky Blue. And it looked like Sky Blue was going to turn on Willow. And she ended up turning on Julia Hart. It's a step in the right direction. Is it a great storyline? I can't tell you because I'm not watching Rampage. Or Collision, but sure. I guess it's something. It's a step in the right direction. It's something. It's something. It's nothing great, but it's something. The Young Bucks apparently are teasing a heel turn. All right. We'll see where that goes. It wasn't really anything that had to do with the wrestling or the stories. To me, what made me go was Tony Khan's announcement. Now look, first off, his announcement was that All In 2 will return to Wembley Stadium next year. As if we didn't already know that. But that wasn't the crux of it. He announced that tickets will be going on sale early. Yeah, instead of waiting until next year to get your tickets, you can get them December 1st. December 1st. You can start purchasing tickets for the event a year early. That's the announcement. He is trying to sell out Wembley Stadium once again by giving fans more time to purchase tickets. That's the announcement. You know, something that could have been tweeted. Didn't really need to hype it. You didn't need to hype that up. You didn't need to take time out of your television schedule to make that announcement. You didn't. And look, I get it. Announce it early, a year in advance. Sell as much as possible. Get these tickets out to the public as soon as possible so you can make sure they get them and they're able to get their seats as early as possible so you don't have to worry about hyping the show as much. I get it. You still gotta announce your matches. You still gotta make stories and create reasons to want to go see it. But yeah, I get why he wanted to get this out there. That doesn't mean you had to take TV time out of your show to announce this. And honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. This kind of killed All In for me. And it absolutely killed the important announcement hype. I think Tony Khan should just stop doing that now. Just stop doing it. If you got an announcement, just announce it. Don't hype it. He needs to back off on it, at least. Because a lot of people, especially on Twitter right now, are very upset with that announcement. And for me, I'm not upset, but it was definitely a waste of time. You did not need to take time out of your TV schedule to announce that. We already knew you were going to be an All In. You were going to be at Wembley Stadium All In 2. For All In 2. We already knew that. You announced that after the pay-per-view. You didn't need to announce it again. And if you wanted to announce that we're going to have tickets go on sale, you could have just put that as a marker. Like before or after, maybe make a commercial. You could have made a commercial break about that. You didn't need to take TV time, hype it up as if it's an important announcement. Nah, man. Tony, look. The only important announcements that I need to hear from you is that you got a streaming deal with WBD. That, or Ring of Honor is being fused with AEW and you're going to release all of the Ring of Honor championships, because there are way too many titles on this show. There are. The Ring of Honor championships, I'm kind of sick of seeing them. I'm ready for you guys to just back off on them now. I would really appreciate that. My personal opinion, it's time to back off on those Ring of Honor titles. Just a little bit, thanks. Like, other than maybe revamping the women's division, announcing that you re-signed a certain straight edge warrior, yeah, you don't need to announce any more important announcements ahead of time. Don't hype it up. For the time being, just back off on it. Because now it sounds like you're just looking for a ratings grab. It really does. And it's making people not want to watch your show. It makes you look desperate when you overhype these announcements. And then it ends up being a wet fart. All In 2. We get it, Tony. Damn it. All In was a great event. One of the best events ever in wrestling history. Jesus Christ. Can you stop mentioning it every 10 seconds? All In happened. It happened. It's done. Full Gear. World's End. Your other pay-per-views coming up. All In 2 ain't until next year. You can start harping that next time. But it's almost like he is clinging on to the fact that he sold 81,000 tickets. We know. We know. What about tonight? What about next week? What about all the other pay-per-views? Full Gear, World's End. Stop talking about All In. There's a troll in the live chat. I almost want to let him go, but nah. Get out of here. Get out of here, troll. I want to hear about the future. I want to hear about the current, present. I don't want to hear about a year from now or a few months ago about All In. It's like he's hanging his hat on that and he can't think about anything else. The problem with him talking about All In is that it reminds us how cold the product is. And that's my biggest issue with him announcing All In 2. It's like, dude, so what? Is nothing else going to matter until All In 2? Tony, your product is cold right now. It's cold. I thought tonight's episode was fine, but it wasn't spectacular. There were some points, I'm going to be real with you, that were kind of boring. They were kind of boring. The card for Full Gear looks solid. It's actually stacking up to be a really good card. Hopefully in 2 weeks we'll have a full card. and then I can decide if I'm spending $50 on it. Of course I am, but you get what I'm saying. Your shows are cold. And you're not doing very well with attendances right now. And here you are overhyping announcements. Can we get something going for your shows now? Can we spark things up? Can we put a little spice back in your show? Because what you're doing with all these overhyped announcements, by you just letting this show just kind of just sit and not really do much, it really is making people not want to tune in. It really is. And it's bad enough that you're struggling to keep your ratings up, struggling to get people in the buildings. I don't really feel like Tony Khan is taking this shit seriously. Okay, we get it. All In was awesome. I agree. All In next year will probably be just as good. Sweet. Let's talk about right now. And right now, your product is cold. It's cold. I'm sorry, but the main event for Full Gear right now, I do not give a fuck. I just do not care. I cannot care about Jay White versus MJF. I just do not care. The storyline is, I took your belt. That's the storyline. Now, everything else surrounding that, the shit with Samoa Joe, Wardlow, and the Devil, MJF's relationship with Adam Cole, and then Adam Roderick Strong, that shit's awesome. I even love the romance story between Max Caster and MJF, of course. Like, I'm enjoying that. But this shit for the world title is a snooze fest. Jesus Christ. I cannot wait until we're done with Jay White versus MJF. Oh, this is boring. It is boring as bricks right now. I don't care. I do not care. I cannot wait for this to be over with. Can we please get back to Joe and MJF? Or move on to Wardlow and MJF? If Adam Cole is healthy by Full Gear, my goodness, can we get back to that? Cause damn it all, this shit is boring. It is so bad. And I think ultimately, that is what's really hurting the product. The lead program right now is just not all that great. Everything surrounding MJF, that's fine. I love what they're doing with MJF, Wardlow, and all these other opponents gunning for him. And then the multiple layered storytelling that we're doing with him too. That's great. I wish everything else would get that, but that's fine. But yeah, that's the weakest part of the entire show. That's even weaker than the women. At least Tony Storm versus Hikaru Shida is interesting because it's Tony Storm. I'm loving that. But damn it all, man. Like, that shit's boring. Also, here's another question. We're talking about the Young Bucks turning heel. What the hell happened to the tag team division? Like, do we even have a tag team division anymore? What happened? That used to be the best part, or one of the best parts, of Dynamite. AEW. WWE couldn't compare to that. What happened? Okay, the Young Bucks are turning heel. I mean, that's great, but like, do we even have a tag team division? I know Ricky Starks and Big Bill are your tag team champs right now, but I'm trying to understand, like, what we're doing here. Also, question. I just thought about this. Aren't the Young Bucks supposed to be having a tag team title match at Full Gear? Didn't they earn that at Wrestle Dream? So they're gonna fight Ricky Starks and Big Bill? Okay. Alright, that's something that they're gonna have to work out, because I don't know what the hell's going on. Look, the card is shaping up really well for Full Gear. I think that show's gonna be good. I had no issues with Full Gear as a show, as a wrestling product. I think that's gonna be a really, really good watch. But these weekly shows, bruh. As much as I praise Kenny Omega and MJF on Saturday, which is easily one of the best matches all year, I didn't really have much to say about Collision. You noticed that, right? I didn't talk about Collision. I talked about the main event. AEW's cold. It's cold. And I think now fans are starting to see it. They're starting to feel how cold it is. And that announcement by Tony Khan just really woke people up. They're like, okay. So now we're talking about next year. We're not even done with 2023 yet. Can we fix these shows? Are we just giving up on the rest of the shows until All In next year? Nah, man. Every show needs to be fire. Last week's was so much better. Last week we had Ric Flair, Rob Van Dam, all those big stars. This week we had Big Show. Paul Wright. It's just crazy to me that we can be hot one day, 1 week, and then go completely cold the next. So, yeah, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I can't really say the show was bad. But it wasn't great. It was kind of lackluster, and as much as I enjoyed the wrestling, yeah, them hyping All into, man, look here. Let's move on. Man. All right, we're gonna review the show. We're gonna break down everything we just talked about, and then we're going to get out of here because I thought the show overall was fine, but there really wasn't much to take home. They just added more to the pay-per-view, which is important. You need that. That's more important than what Tony Khan announced. Hey, tickets are going on sale early. Buy your tickets now so we can sell out All In again, so I can tell myself that I'm a great booker. That's what it feels like. It honestly feels like he's announcing this early to hide from the fact that his product is cold. See, I sold out All In again, so everything must be awesome. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate. After the fact, you can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get your old school The Last Man t-shirt, get your new school Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get your blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My America, the remix t-shirt made by Shinox and Firestar. All this down below in the description box. Today's sponsor is SeatGeek. I can get you $20 off any ticket purchase that you get off of SeatGeek today. If that's something you're into, then how's about we get a quick word from my sponsor, and then we will get you some shout out. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. If you're a wrestling fan looking for access to great seats for any wrestling event near you, then you want to use this app. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek stands as the unrivaled #1 ticketing app in the market today. SeatGeek constantly delivers incredible deals on ticket prices. When you're exploring the app, keep an eye out for the special green dots that mark the best deals. What's even better is that every ticket you purchase is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, with the option to return your tickets and even swap them before the events. So here's an exclusive for you. If you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlyx, you can get $20 off your first purchase. Yes, $20 off any ticket that you purchase using the promo code JustAlyx. This is a sweet deal that you could use literally right now. So don't wait. Click the link, download the app, and join the SeatGeek family today. Thank you all so much for being here. I do appreciate you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch me. As always, show some love to the moderators. Ultra, Shadow Knight 75 Star Heart, Alyx, Demon, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything, and Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space. The wrestling product overall, not just WWE, but AEW, is just cold. Because right now, the WWE is stuck in this limbo state until after Saudi Arabia. Once we get past Saudi Arabia, I think things are going to start hyping up, start kicking into gear, because then it's Survivor Series. And then we can start focusing on Royal Rumble. But until then, we're kind of stuck in limbo right now. AEW also is just stuck in limbo until Adam Cole comes back. I don't know. It feels very, very cold. Not much is happening. The tag team division is non-existent. The women barely get TV time. The main event scene, Jay White, MJF, that's very boring, but I am interested in seeing what he does with the other opponents chasing after MJF. Yeah, it's just cold right now to be a wrestling fan. But I'm still here, trucking along, giving you content, as always. Hopefully things pick up. Alright, so this might be one of the fastest reviews I give to you, because, again, not much happened. Just some advancement in stories, and we got the announcements of a few matches for Full Gear, which should be great. They started off with MJF talking to Adam! Excuse me. I meant to say Adam Cole, baby! Adam Cole with his heel beard. He grew his beard out looking like Jay White's lost brother. He's sitting at home recovering from ankle surgery and basically telling Max that he should trust Samoa Joe. And he's all like, I don't know about that one, Chief. But afterwards, here comes Roderick Strong in a wheelchair and his boys, the Kingdom. And Adam Cole just basically dips because he don't want none of that. He don't want none. Man, don't be scared because you don't really want none. And he's out. The Devil appeared afterwards. I still think the Devil is Adam Cole. I'm just calling it right now. I could be wrong, but remember, if it ends up being Adam Cole, I called it first. Just saying. Claudio Castagnolli, Orange Cassidy. Awesome match for the International Championship. I think these two have great chemistry. These guys really tore it up inside the ring. Pay-per-view quality, one of the best openers we've seen for a wrestling show all year. That said, Orange Cassidy does beat Claudio. And then afterwards, Jon Moxley hit the ring and beat the piss out of Orange Cassidy. Claudio had to break it up because it was a massacre. And then it was announced that Jon Moxley and Orange Cassidy will be taking on each other once again, at Full Gear. Now, do they give the belt back to Jon Moxley? Probably. We'll have to figure that one out. But ultimately, the match is going to be awesome because of their first match. So I'm expecting this to be a barn burner. A barn burner. MJF is going backstage, talking to people, trying to get tag team partners. We saw segments of this throughout the night. He goes to talk to Kenny Omega and runs into Chris Jericho, who says GFY. He says GFY. GFY. That means go fuck yourself. And MJF walks away and runs into Wardlow, who starts choking his ass out. Commercial break. We come back. Now MJF is trying to get in contact with, who was it? Samoa Joe. And then he's like, I can't do that. And then he walks past a locker room with Darby Allin and Sting, and then draws some doohickeys on Darby Allin's sign because he still whooped that ass. And then throughout the night, he keeps running into the Acclaimed. And then he keeps turning them down. And then finally, he ran into Jeff Jarrett's group, and he's all like, fine, I'll team with the Acclaimed. God damn it. And, that was one of those things where I'm like, I kind of like seeing MJF avoid the Acclaimed. Play hard to get. But they just concluded it with a 8-man tag in the main event with the Acclaimed and MJF taking on the Bullet Club. Alright. The romance between Max and Max is beautiful. It's like, Max, just give in. Max just wants to scissor you, Max. Scissor me, Max! Do it! God damn it! Well, he got all the scissoring in at the main event. I'm pretty sure Max is very happy that he got scissored. No pause. Hung Bucks! Hangman Page, Matt Jackson, and Nick Jackson took on Mogul Embassy for the ROH World Tag Team titles. Okay, we have way too many ROH titles in these shows. We saw MJF carrying the ROH tag titles, and then we got the Ring of Honor 6-man tag titles. I'm ready for them to get these belts back on Ring of Honor, please. I would really appreciate that. But the match is going on. Swerve Strickland came out and said, "Yoo-hoo! Hangman Page, whose house?" And then he dangled a carrot in front of his face and then ran off. And like a dumb baby face, Hangman chased after him. The Young Bucks lost. And so Mogul Embassy got belted. They got their belts back. God, I can't talk. They got the belts back, goddammit. And then Matt Jackson pulled a Chris Jericho, lost his shit, and started hitting the freaking turnbuckle with steel chair shots because he's like, "We're losing too much. I hate losing." And then he goes backstage to meet Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. And he's like, "Where the hell were y'all? We lost tonight. Aren't we supposed to be the elite? Oh, did you move on from us?" Jesus Christ almighty. There was even a line in there about backstage turmoil, which is like, all right. Yeah, let's get the CM Punk shots in while he's gone. They announced Shane Strickland and Hangman Adam Page for Full Gear, so that's match number 2. Adam Copeland is interviewed by Tony Schiavone. Copeland says if we all knew the hats Tony wears backstage, we'd cheer him on even harder, and he thanks him. He says everyone wants an answer about what he's going to do at Full Gear. Will he fight Christian? Well, before he can answer that, here comes Christian, flanked by Luchasaurus and Nick Wayne. "If you close your ass!" Christian wants to paint a picture and says he's going to retire Sting at Full Gear, whether he likes it or not. And Darby has a jimp arm that will never be the same after Christian dumped him on the steps at Wrestle Dream. He doesn't think he needs to remind Adam of his neck problems. He says, "I'm gonna break your neck and make sure you can't be a daddy for your children anymore." And that was the last straw. He shouldn't have said that. All three of them storm the ring. They beat up Adam. Here comes Sting. Here comes Darby Allin. And then Adam spears fuck out of Christian. Christian sort of like a champ. $1 million. And Adam Copeland was like, "Yeah, bitch." And then they announced the match. Adam Copeland, Sting, and Darby Allin versus Christian, Nick Wayne, and Luchasaurus. Okay. Cool Hand Ange and Angelo... Wait. Cool Hand Ange is Angelo Parker. So Cool Hand Ange and Daddy Magic took on Chris Jericho, Kenny Omega. Yeah, it's the Jericho Appreciation Society taking on Chris Jericho. No hype for this whatsoever. No story behind it. It just happened. Someone just said the Texas Rangers just won the World Series. Boring. Wait, Texas Rangers? Alright. Boring. Should have been my Astros, goddammit. But congratulations that a Texas team won. Anyways. Yeah, no hype for Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange taking on their former mentor. It just kind of happened. Alright, well, Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega won the match. And then afterwards, Don Callis came out and he said, "Well, we about to beat that ass very soon. In a couple of weeks, it's going to be a street fight." And then Kenny and Chris Jericho said, "Alright, bet. But guess what? We're going to bring Kota Ibushi with us. Also, we're going to bring a giant with us." And here comes, well, it's the big Paul. Paul Wright comes out. He came out and then knocked out Kyle Fletcher. And yeah, that was about it. So Paul Wright's back. Apparently he's going to be on TV doing something. Is he going to take on... I have no idea what the hell he's going to be doing. We have a 6-man street fight in 2 weeks. What are we gonna do for Full Gear with Paul White? Because once you go right, moving on. Hikaru Shida, your champ, took on Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's Championship. The match was very solid, but the crowd was completely dead for it. You want to know why they were dead for it? Because right before this, Tony Khan made his announcement. And the announcement was that next year, AEW will return to Wembley Stadium for All In 2. And that ticket sales are going on early. Ticket sales will now be available December 1st. Yeah. That pretty much killed the show. Everyone else was just like, oh, okay. And so following that, the women had to find a way to get the crowd back into it, and they couldn't. But it was a solid match. Willow Nightingale and Hikaru Shida, they did their best. Damn it, they did their best, but the crowd did not care. Hikaru Shida beat Willow. Here comes Toni Storm, who got a big pop. And then Hikaru Shida said, bitch, you stole my spotlight. Then she ran out the ramp and gave Toni Storm a running knee, and then they brawled and scuffled, and that was that. They're hyping their match for the pay-per-view. But wait, there's more! The lights go out. Lights come back on, and it's Julia Hart standing behind Willow. And you're thinking, okay, where is this going? Here comes Sky Blue. Sky Blue is gothic now. She has gothic makeup. And it looked like she got possessed or cursed. And it looked like she was going to turn on Willow. And then she didn't. She did like a double swerve. Double swerve. Where, all right, I'm going to attack you, Willow. And then she turns around and missed it, Julia Hart. And she's like, how dare you! Okay, that was it. Hey, look, it's better than what we got last week. Damn, at least we got a story. Is it amazing? No, but it's a story. Better than nothing. Let me see what else was on here before I move on. Blah, 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 blah. Is it the main event? Okay, and the main event was the Bullet Club Gold taking on The Acclaimed, Anthony Bowen's daddy ass Billy Gunn, and then of course Platinum, Max Caster, and Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Fine. It was fine. Jay White ends up pinning MJF because why not? He needs to get a pinfall on the champ before he loses the belt or loses his match at Full Gear, which is a whole ass waste of time. Man, I was over this. And I so do not care about this damn feud. It's boring. Move on. MJF scissors The Acclaim at the end because that was easily the best part of this entire main event. That's it. There you go. This show was very lackluster. It wasn't their best episode. The announcement pretty much blew the... It released the win from the sales, and fans are just kind of cold on AEW right now. And so I'm just ready for a Full Gear to get here so we can move on. Thank y'all for being here for this review. I didn't want to keep you up here too long. The show was fine. But it's nothing special. It's very cold right now to watch AEW. Let's hope it picks up at Full Gear and afterwards. How about that? Alright. Thank you for watching. Let's get out of here. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click the bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. And donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. We'll be live this Saturday for WWE Saudi Arabia Crown Jewel. Friday, probably, let me play it by ear. I didn't do a SmackDown, a Raw review, so I might not do a SmackDown review, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear, but I will be live on Saturday for sure. That is a guarantee. But until then, thank you for making me a part of your day, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World, a place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.
When you're